Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today it's a trying to fix video. We're going to try and fix this little fan heater here. So I'm around my brother's house. This is his fan heater, my brother Paul. Just noticed it's got a nice little crack on it there. Now, what's the backstory? Did you lend this out to somebody?
It was working, but I lent. It's only a cheap one, but I lent it out to somebody, and they were having a lot of building work done in their house, and they had no heating or anything, so I lent it to them. But while they had it, it broke. I thought possibly it could be the amount of dust that was in their house or something.
Right. Okay. Now, just looking here, it's
Has it not got any screws in it?
it's got two screws here, but look, it's loose. I reckon it might have been dropped.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, okay, so
I've
it's
not
not
noticed that before.
Sure, it's not going to be the safest thing. But anyway, let's find out what's wrong with it. So first thing, we're just going to plug it in. Obviously, I won't have it live when I've got it apart there.
Unless they try to repair it, and
Oh,
maybe
that's
the screws
possible.
aren't done up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't really looked at it.
Okay, yeah, that could be an option. That's always the worst thing when you borrow something off somebody and it stops working, because it could have been on its last legs and you feel obliged to buy another one then.
Well, they did. They bought me a new one, but
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Having said that, I think they're only about £10 or £15 anyway.
Yeah, sure.
It's not a high value item.
Right, so I've got it plugged in. Let's see now. Right, so there's nothing there, and there's nothing there either. So first things first, let's just check the fuse, just to make sure it's not something really, really obvious. Right, so that's definitely dead. Let's just take the fuse out of here. Well, my brother's just informed me that in other parts of the world that they don't, in America and stuff, they don't use fuses in plugs. So what's the...
Because we have a ring main here which is fused at 32 amps. It's got breakers on at 32 amps or 30 amps. And they use radials in other countries which are fused at much lower amounts, so there's no requirement to have a fuse in the plug. It's because ours are fused at 32 amps, it's quite a large amount. So
Right.
the plugs are fused in this country.
So hold on, in our country here, when it comes to the ring main, we have it going from one socket to another socket to another socket,
And
then
then
back to
turning
the...
back in itself.
Yeah. But in America, for example, it will just go out and not have to come back.
That's it.
Ah.
And be,
So
and be fused at a much lower amount, maybe 16, 20 amps.
do they have to use thicker cables then?
Well, in America they do anyway because it's 110 volts.
Ah, right.
But in
okay.
Europe, no.
Right.
It was just brought in after the Second World War in the UK to save cable. It's just it needs there's a copper shortage. It needs to save
okay.
cable.
Right. But I wonder, is it a safer system?
No,
It's not.
no, because it's for another video. But the ring can be broken, and you'd never know because it's still going to work.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not inherently the safest system.
Sure. Okay. Well, look, it's definitely not the fuse. Yeah. So now let's take this apart, undo the screws, and see why it's kind of already wanting to come apart, and whether it's been opened up or not before. I think this might be an interesting one. So this is what I'm thinking is going to be wrong with it. So in here, there should be, like on a hairdryer, one of those little, is it called a bimetallic switch or something?
Maybe like a thermal fuse, I would imagine.
And when it heats up, if it gets too hot, one metal shrinks faster than the other, which causes it to break the contact. I'm wondering whether that's got dirt or something in it.
I think on some of them devices as well, you've got two of them. One which can reset again when it cools down.
Yeah.
And one which doesn't reset at all, it needs to be replaced as an ultimate fail-safe.
Ah, okay, yeah. Like a fuse.
Like a fuse.
Yes, yeah. Right, I need to get... Oh, look in here. Do you know what? Right, something dodgy is going on here. Because look, in this one here, you've got one of those... Not going to be able to see. You've got one of those screws, which is a safety screw, which is basically where there's two notches out, so you need a special thing to undo it. And these three here are normal crosshead screws. I wonder whether they would have all been safety, or do you reckon maybe they just put one safety one in?
No, just one. Just one, just to deter people from tampering, probably.
Right,
maybe the safety ones are a fraction more expensive or something.
Yeah, okay, you'll see when we take them out. But that one there is going to be, basically you need one of these things to undo it, you know, one of these ones here. I don't know whether now I'm going to be able to get that out or not, because I've got a feeling this is going to be too big. That's not going to fit in there. I think we're going to struggle on this. Obviously we're unplugged now, we're not going to be messing around when this is live. Yes, okay. Right, so this is it. We've got it apart now. So let's see if we can get our head around what's going on. So it doesn't look overly complicated. Right, have a look. What do you see there?
All right, switch.
Nicely burnt. So if you have a look, let me zoom in.
You can see scorching there.
Yeah, so on this side here where the switch goes, you can see burning. And here, look at that burnt up there. Right, so should we undo it and see if there's any way we can do anything with it? This screw here is undone as well. But I don't know if this has been apart before, I'm not sure. Could that have just come loose? That screw there looks like it's undone.
No. I found it in a skip.
Did you?
Yeah.
So it was already dumped once?
There was some filming people. There was people filming where I was working, and they just left everything thrown in the skip when they left.
Wow, what a
And I
waste.
just took it out. I thought, I wonder if it works, and it did.
So you think they just had it just for that film set?
Yeah, they threw loads of stuff away.
It's really bad, really, isn't it? It just shows you how much money that they make.
Yeah, but the problem is nobody stuck. The fact they were renting our place, which is a warehouse.
Yeah.
The fact sure they probably had no base to put stuff in. You see, that's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. And I suppose if you already work for them, once you've already taken home 3 of these, you probably don't want any more. You probably had your fill of them. Right, okay. So these here, they're like little wire nuts, aren't they? That's just a way of joining 2 wires together. In fact, they're just a crimp, aren't they? They're not even screwed on. That just looks like they're crimped in. Here we go. So let's so I wonder, does this have one of those safety cutout things? Is that it there?
I'd say it would do.
Is that the one there?
That might be it, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a fusible link there, I wonder, or is that just a bit of wire?
That. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it goes to that big, whatever that is. Can you see?
Yes.
That component there.
Yeah. Don't know what that is. That just is it a smoothing capacitor or something?
Not
'Cause
sure.
it's got a motor in it, hasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that might be to stop the noise coming back onto.
The EMF or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Let's see what's happening here. If we undo these, are we going to remember which way? I think we might have to make a note. Let's get a bit of paper, mark what goes where, maybe a bit of tape.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're not going to know where to put these back. Right, so what we've done is we just wrote out what's on the switch here. This is the burnt bit here, because obviously it could be flipped around. Just labelled it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just scribble down the colours on here, which doesn't help much because they're all brown or red. But we've just put a bit of masking tape and written down, for example, pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. So now we can pull these off and we can see if there's any way that we can actually get the switch working itself. Are these going to come off? Yeah. That's welded on that one. I'm going to use some pliers. Nope. Have to put a new heat sink on that one. Heat shrink, I should say. So where the burning's happened, these are all really on solid. There we go. Right, so they're all off, so they're going to need cleaning up because they're all going to be burnt on the inside. Now this is the switch here, so as you can see it's really badly burnt here. Well, let's see if we can actually take it out of this plastic holder. You know what, it doesn't actually look too bad now that it's out of that. I wonder whether we can, look, we can pop it off from here, can't we? There's little contacts. Yeah. We could open this up, maybe we could clean this up. So you think this has happened because it's just been left on for far too long?
Probably, I'd say, yeah. I don't really know, but it's
water? Could it be water?
It's a cheaply built.
Yeah. Could it be water damage on top, do you think?
I doubt it.
Well, let's prise this open and see what's happening. There we go, that's coming out. Excellent. Let's do the same on this side. Here it comes. Right, so let's remember how this goes. So with this here, they just go into the edges onto the springs, yeah? And it doesn't matter which way around they go. So we should be able to clean those contacts up quite good. Here we go. So if we get the fiberglass pen on them, that will come up nicely. Springs are already in place. So it's this side here, which is the burnt side. Just lift out those springs a bit, making the same as the other side. Purely there just to put pressure on the contacts, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, should we take all the springs out and give everything a clean, try to get rid of the burning?
Do you reckon the switch is savable then?
Well, I think it is. I think it just needs cleaning here.
Okay.
This spring's not wanting to come out. No. Okay. We'll leave that spring in. Otherwise, what will happen is I'll stretch that and it will go completely. Yeah, that'll be okay. So we'll clean that with IPA. And with this, let's just give it a real good clean. Start with the fiberglass pen, I think. Get rid of all this charring. I think we will be able to get that working again. How reliable it will be, I don't know, but I think it will be alright. Right, and this middle one here looks a bit weird. It's just a lump of plastic. That's to kind of give it a nice click, so it can, if you look here, it's like little ramps. So we've got one here, and then it jumps over the ramp to go to here, and jumps over to go to there. So that's why it's on a little spring, just to kind of make it, give it a nice little feeling as it clicks to each setting. Okay, so we've given that a real good clean. The problem is the burning's gone deep into it. So it doesn't really matter here because this is just on the cover. But apparently when you've got charcoal bits like this here, it is possible that electricity can conduct through it. That's what I've been told. So realistically now, this switch is going to be really far from safe. But what we're going to do is, you can see at the moment the burning was all happening here, and if you remember from the little diagram, the last two pins were not in use. So rather than using these two pins here, which because of the burning have become a little bit loose, why don't we just switch this round this side? So now we're going to be using these contacts here, and in which case then all of these 5 contacts are good apart from this one here. But this contact, I'm sure this is going to work, but you can see it's still not good. But look, if it was going to arc, it's going to be arcing to this one here, which isn't going to do anything. Now realistically, we're doing this for the sake of the video. You know, I'm sure it's going to be working by the end of it. Would I feel comfortable using this in my house? Not so sure. Would my brother feel comfortable using it in his house? Not so sure. So ideally, what we need to do is get a new switch, because the rest of it does appear to be okay. The problem is that the switches, these are, the info's on here. Let me just show you the info. If you have a look there, it says Defond 13 amps, 125 volts AC, and 6.5 amps, 250 volts AC. DSE-2313, maybe that's the model number. Oh, maybe not, DSE-2310, whatever. But anyway, I've typed in Defond and I've done 8-pin 3 position. I can't find this exact switch, but the ones that I found seem to be £6 or £7. Now you need to remember that this is a ridiculously cheap item to begin with. So you've had a look, haven't you? This says Argos on it somewhere.
Yeah.
There you go. See, it says Argos value range, and you can buy one in Argos, not this model, but something very similar. It's on clearance at the moment for
£5.
£5 UK. So it's cheaper to buy all of that than to buy one switch. So yes, it's nice to see something working again, but remember you can get an intact one which works properly for £5. So it just shows you how ridiculously cheap stuff like this is nowadays. So is it Dimplex? What's the other make?
Dimplex is a good make.
And how much was that?
35.
Yeah, so there's another make called Dimplex, and that's £35. So yeah, you can't be expecting too much out of something which costs £5. But look, just to see it working again, let's pop it back together. Let's put a bit of heat shrink on here. But realistically, until we get a proper switch for this, not going to buy a switch for £6. But you never know, might take something apart in the future that might have the same switch. Or once we do more research, maybe on Farnell's or something like that, we might find a switch for a couple of pounds, because I wouldn't say that these are going to be overly expensive, in which case then it is worth doing a lasting repair. So now all we have to do is clean out the black from in here and then get it back together. My brother's just come up with a very valid point. We only need 5 contacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you have a look, we have got 5 good contacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we wire it up, remember, it's just joining wires to wires. We should be able to just use this contact here, and then the 3 burnt ones won't be in use. So in theory then, because these 3 are rock solid, and these 2 are rock solid, so in theory, apart from the fact that there's a bit of burn in here which could arc, I think it probably will actually be okay.
Yeah. The only worry is that it shouldn't have burnt out in the first place. Yes,
yeah, like why did it burn out? Because you would think that it would overheat in here before it overheats here. So maybe maybe it's just a bad design, or maybe the switch isn't quite up for it.
It might be arcing with it inside the switch, or maybe the switch isn't quite up for the sustained current.
Yeah, okay. Right, so I'm just going to use some heat shrinks just to renew some of the ones that I messed up when I was pulling off. So let's just chop that in half. I should get 2 out of this, you see, if I chop it down the middle. Just putting them over the damaged ones, and now I'm just going to use my hot air. It's just at the lowest setting, which is 100 Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius. Them on there. Let's put the switch back together. Automatically, these ones here and here are going to be. Hold on now. Right, so they're shorting. They're shorting. So now if we move that to there, that should be shorting. Oh, there we go, there. And here, but that's the very loose one, but hopefully we won't be using that one. Oh, it's not happy there, is it? No, that's not a good connection there.
Maybe that's what caused the problem, was all along. It's not making good connections.
Maybe. They work there though. No, you still have to wiggle this around. I think maybe the springs. Let's take it apart again. I think maybe those. This is, in a way, this is kind of pointless because it does need a new switch. It'd be just nice just to see it fire up again. I think that these need to be more springy. Do you know what I mean? That one seems to be trapped down there a bit.
Yeah. I'd say the springs aren't strong enough rather than they're too strong. Not the one in the middle, but the other ones.
The other ones, yeah, sure. The other ones, yeah.
Because of the melting of the plastic, they're probably not elongating fully.
Yeah, and also that seems to be getting caught a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, well that one's working this time round. Yeah, that's definitely better, isn't it?
Mm.
Let's try these two now. Right, that's not good, but that is the loose one, which hopefully we won't be using. So let's see if this one's working. Yeah, I think that switch may be okay. Right, let's pop it back in and let's see if we can get it to liven up again. So looking at it here, it looks like there's two coils, and remember there was two settings. So I'm thinking the fan must just always be working the same all the time. So it says 240 volts, 50 hertz. So this is going to be an AC fan, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So the two settings are going to be for the two just must be like medium heat and high heat. So one must energize this first coil, and then the other one must energize both the coils. I'm thinking. Right, so we're just going to wire this up again, this time using the good contacts. Right, so as you can see there now, they're all back on again, but this time the burning is on these three here, which are not being used. Yes, it was quite good that you could reverse the switch like that. Well, let's try and get this cover back on and then we'll test it. I'm going to get the cover on properly.
Give it a clean.
Yeah, we'll give it a quick clean, I think. We do the cable ties as well. Leave them nice and flush and you won't cut yourself, unlike this one that was done in the factory. There you go. Now which way it goes in, so obviously when it's over this side that must be off because it's not joining anything up, and off is this side here. There must be a massive gap between there and there. But I can't see, look, it doesn't fit. If you think about this, look, that there.
The switch goes down in the middle there.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not going in. Look, that's in as much as it will go. Can you see that's fouling against there?
Could be.
I wonder whether it was just always... You need to watch back the video.
They melted back them things. No, on the... They haven't, have they?
No. Yeah, my brother's worked it out because of the burning on here. Annoyingly, I have to undo all these wires. This has to go on that way, and then it fits up to here, and then you see it will go snugly against there. So we have to undo these wires again now. I just got to be careful because I've taken all my sticky paper bits off. That makes more sense now. So it's like that.
It's off there then. That's
Yeah,
the off bit, yeah.
that's off there. Yeah. Here, because what happens is it doesn't let me have the strength to push it in there because basically this is it wants to go too far in here. If I put a bit of a screw in here like that, and then hopefully now, can you see, it allows me to push it harder. They're all done up. Let's see now if it's going to turn on and work this time, or has it all been a big waste of time? Right, so here it goes, let's plug it in and see what happens. So it should be off at the moment. Right, it's still off. Slightly apprehensive. Yes, there it goes. And I can already feel heat. Excellent, look. Right, let's put it up top. So that's just going to provide more heat. Here we go. You can see 24 Celsius. It's just on the middle setting at the moment. And you can see it's climbing up. Right, now let's put it on the next setting. You can see it's going up quicker now. So that is it. It's to be fair, the switch does feel nice. You know, it feels like it's making a nice contact there. And we have put it onto 5 clean contacts. But the problem is the item itself, look, it was found in the skip, and you've already got another one out of it, haven't you? So this is the one that never dies. It's already tried to die once in the skip, now it's tried to die again, and it's back to life yet again. But realistically, you could argue, is it even worth saving something like this when it's so cheaply made? You can tell it hasn't really been made to be repaired. If we were to take out those screws a couple more times, it would probably strip the plastic and stuff like that. But look, you know, it wasn't working and it is working now. So it is a fix. It's just that when you're messing with something which is 240 volts, you've got to be so careful, because you wouldn't want to burn your house down for the sake of this switch, which, remember, was arcing to begin with. Even coming out of the manufacturers, it was arcing. So it's going to have probably more chance of arcing now that it's got all that carbon on it and stuff. But it's still quite an interesting fix.
It was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting to see how it's made and stuff.
Yeah. And the switch, by swapping it around, was quite a... I mean, if it was the sort of end of the world thing and you had to fix it and there was nothing else there, it was quite nice to swap the switch around the other way.
I wouldn't leave it I would use it, but I wouldn't leave it unattended.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But the problem is, you wouldn't, but somebody else could.
That's it. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, so realistically, I think another switch is going to have to be sourced. Now, does that make financial sense? No, it doesn't. It's better just to buy another one. But it's a shame to have to throw away all that for the sake of one switch. So even if we could get a switch for £2 or £3, I think it would be worth it. But anyway, look, that's it. It's working as far as the video is concerned. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more Trying to Fix videos. Take care. Bye now.